In a recent episode titled Will This Make Sailors, I analyzed the Navy's latest recruiting campaign. Now, the Marine Corps has released a new advertisement, so let's take a look at that one. But before we do, let's take a look at a Marine Corps ad from about 10 years ago that I think was one of their most effective ones. Check it out.
There are a few who move toward the sounds of chaos. Forged in the crucible of training, they are the first to move toward the sounds of tyranny, injustice, and despair. They are the few, the proud, the Marines.
Now, that call to action, which way would you run, at the end, I think is very effective. And it's the kind of thing, as I mentioned in the previous episode, that the Marines have always done. They've always been kind of unflinching about the challenge of being a Marine. So now let's take a look at the new one the Marine Corps has just put out titled Shifting Threats.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting.
Marines, get these people out of here.
It's gonna be all right.
Unexpected and unpredictable.
Stay alert, Marines.
In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drones down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending ordnance now.
Target acquired.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
So along the theme of shifting threats, it starts with this city that sort of dissolves and these islands that are growing in the water. This Marine looks up. You'll notice in this one, compared to the Which Way Would You Run ad from 10 years ago, is there are still Ospreys, but the Hornets and Harriers have been replaced by the F-35Bs. So the Ospreys land and they do a humanitarian thing where they're getting these civilians out of the area. They fly away as the buildings sink into the ground. Again, this is the shifting threats theme. This is the art part. Remember, as I said during the Will This Make Sailors episode, these are created by ad agencies, not active duty personnel. So there's always going to be kind of an artsy twist to it. Sometimes it's a flop like the chess ad we were talking about that the Marine Corps did that ultimately caused them to fire their ad agency at that time. And it's interesting that a lot of you in the comments of that episode said you liked that chess ad. I'm just wondering how many of you actually wound up joining the Marine Corps after you watched it. So we cut to the Marines walking through the woods and patrolling the beach, and this one guy looks up and he sees some crows fly, and those crows morph into drones. And I gotta admit, there are parts of this ad where I'm like, what is going on here? Right? I had to watch it a few times to kind of get the feel for it. So I don't know if that's a liability or if people will think that's kind of engaging. We'll see. But then the drones fall to the ground. And again, I was confused. Did they crash or is this how they land? And then after a couple of more viewings, when I listened to the radio comms that are kind of subtle in the background, you hear her say enemy drone down. So I realized, oh, that's not the Marine Corps drones landing. That is an enemy drone. So that didn't jump out at me at first. And then these mountains grow in the woods and it gets snowy. They launch some more drones. So there's one Marine looking at the drone presentation on his screen. Then they feature the Marine Air Defense Integrated System, MADIS, not to be confused with General Mattis, although maybe they want that confusion. And that takes out this random bad guy base. And then the next shifting threat is this ship that grows out of the waves, kind of Soviet looking. That task force is targeted by these Marines using a rangefinder on the beach. They coordinate with this F-35B pilot in the cockpit. He drops a precision-guided bomb of some sort, and it scores a direct hit on the bad guy's ship. Cool visual there, not terribly technically accurate, but I like the look of it. F-35B lands back on the amphib, and these MARSOC Marines are walking back from their H-53 after the mission. Good job. And that dissolves into the Marine Corps Color Guard in front of the Statue of Liberty. And that morphs into the end card, which is the classic Marine tagline, the few, the proud, the Marines. Fade to black. So as I said before, the measure of effectiveness of these ads is whether or not the individual service makes its recruiting goals. So in the case of the Marine Corps, as reported by US9 News, they met their fiscal year 2022 recruiting goals with 33,210 new active duty enlisted Marines and 4,602 enlisted reservists. During fiscal year 22, the Marine Corps also commissioned 1,705 officers. The Marine Corps also announced earlier this year that they'd already reached their 2022 retention goals. So overall, I like this ad. It highlights all of the Marine Corps' current warfighting capabilities and warfare specialties. And as I said, I was a little bit confused by some of the, let's call them, artistic elements. The crows turning into drones and the land morphing like a James Cameron blockbuster. But in spite of that, I think it's a good ad. So what do you think of this ad? Let me know in the comments. And if you're not already a subscriber, click the button and ring the bell so you don't miss anything. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon below, or become a patron at patreon.com/WardCarroll. And in the meantime, I look forward to talking to you again very soon.